Hi there, if you're watching this video, it's likely that you are in the process of submitting your documents to the United States evaluation process system, and you're working through that complicated process. And this video is to give you a step-by-step tutorial on how to do that, how to submit your documents, how do you submit your academic transcript for evaluation so that you have all of that documentation prepared for the school that you're going to be submitting it to. My name is Jason Ellinger. I'm the CEO of TaikaTranslations. We've been working in the field of document translation and certified translation and certified academic translations for the past 16 years. And we've helped thousands and thousands, literally thousands and thousands of students process their documents so that they can apply for the schools of choice in the United States. And so if you're watching this video and you're on that path, then you're in the right place, because this is where you can learn a little bit more about the process and help you take that next step. All right, so let's click through a real application so that you don't get stuck halfway. All right, so up on the screen, I'm going to take you to one of our partners that we work with on a routine basis to get your documents processed and get the evaluation process started. Now look, before you do that, before you jump onto the site and start the process, you have to do a few things. You have to gather all your documentation, birth certificates, diplomas, academic transcripts, and anything relating to your school journey in your country. Now, if that stuff is not in English, then you have to get it translated and certified. So we provide that step for you. You can contact us at www.TaikaTranslations.com, and we'll help you start the translation process to make sure you have everything lined up when you go to submit your documentation. All right, so now I'm going to pop up on the screen CED Evaluations. They're an evaluation company that helps students on a daily basis apply for and get accepted into programs within the United States. And their job is to provide the certified evaluation for your academic application process. So let's get started. So open cedevaluations.com. This is one of about 3 or 4 that I could recommend to you, and click on the application form. If you need it in paper form, you can contact their contact at cedevaluations.com, and make sure you read the terms and conditions before that you go start the process. Now look, if you're a returning applicant, obviously you select that, new or returning. We'll just select new for information purposes, and then you go and start filling out the content. This is all easy information. Fill out your first name, last name, where you're from, country information, address, etc., etc. Select your gender, male or female. There's only 2 options here. Date of birth, country of your credentials. That's very, very important, and they give you a list of countries here that you can choose from. And so go through, choose your country. If any of your countries are not listed here, then you're going to need to reach out to them individually to make sure that they don't have any issues processing the evaluation from that country. All right, so below we need to select the type of service that we're going to be asking them for. And a lot of people don't really understand exactly what they need. And so they're like, oh my gosh, do I need general evaluation? Do I need course by course evaluation? Do I need course by course with a GPA? Do I need a CPA evaluation? Like, what do I need? Like, which one of these do I need? And so general evaluation is, for example, if you're trying to get a work visa, or if you're trying to apply for a specific job with a specific employer in the United States, and they need to verify your education, your level of education, your degree, etc. And that's basically going to confirm for the entity that you're applying to that you do indeed have this credentialing or this certification or this degree program that you've been through, or you attended this school for this program for this duration, and you just are proving that to them. And so this is a general evaluation, kind of confirming, yes, you were there, you did that, and whatever you said that you did in your academic or maybe your application to getting that job, in fact, the case. So general evaluation is just like general if you're just applying for a job, or if you're just applying to get licensing, or maybe going through the process of taking on a professional position in the United States of some kind, and they only require general evaluation. Typically, that is not what schools require. Schools require a course by course evaluation. It's right here, $145. You select course evaluation. And then you can go further to get a course by course evaluation with a GPA. GPA calculation can only be done for university level studies, is what they indicate here. And so each one of these, obviously the price tag goes up a little bit, but typically if you're going to be applying to a university or a higher level education in the United States, you either select course by course evaluation or course by course evaluation with GPA. And if I were personally outside the United States, submitting my application to the United States for review and application to these schools, I would select this one right here. That is course by course evaluation with GPA. The GPA calculation can only be done for university studies. And so anything that was below that doesn't get a GPA, but anything from the university level and up, that does get a GPA. And typically that's all that is required by any of the schools that you're applying to. There are two other options. These are the certified public accountant options. And these are just two very common ones that people select and people applying to the United States apply for as they're working through getting their stuff evaluated. So anyways, if I were applying to the United States and I was working to get into the United States education system, this is the one I would choose. Course by course evaluation with GPA, and then you get this process started. So the purpose is you have to indicate a purpose, what you're actually trying to accomplish, what you're going to be applying for, whether it's undergrad, graduate, or transferring credits, and you can see the other options located here. And then you have to let them know if there's any additional service. If you're running behind, then you're going to have to choose one of these additional services, because if they have to expedite the speed at which this has to be done, then there's going to be a fee associated with that. 1 to 2 days is $150, 4 to 5 days an additional $50. But my preference is obviously always try to get your application in as quickly and as early as possible, because you never know what's going to cause you a hiccup in the process of getting all this done. So first, you've got to get all your documents. Second, you've got to get your certified translation of any of that stuff that you need, and notarization if the school is going to require it. Third, you have to go fill out this application or one of the similar applications from the evaluation companies that are preferably NACIS member organizations, because NACIS is the organization in the United States that certifies evaluation companies, that they're actually evaluation companies that can do a great job in that field. And then work through the process of submitting the application. So some companies, so example, the CED company, they offer interpretation, and they offer even some translation for Spanish and Portuguese, but only for course by course evaluation. It's not required if your transcript is in English. However, do remember this: if your transcript is in English and it's being submitted from abroad, it still needs to be converted by a degree evaluation company, because they have to give the US equivalents of all of those studies that you have done abroad. And so you have to make sure as you submit that document, even if it's outside of English, that you get the evaluation and that all of it kind of translated into the United States academic system. All right, so in the mailing sections below, you just have to indicate where the original evaluation report, where you want it sent. The fee is based on a single report being sent to a single entity. And as a part of that, you can select mail to me if you want them to send you a sealed envelope of your degree evaluation. Now, that's fine. However, a lot of universities or entities will not accept the sealed envelope coming from you. They need the sealed envelope coming from your university being sent to their offices in their academic applicant's office. Obviously, you can request original reports for an additional fee. And this is something to remember, that these reports, they're pretty official and they can't just email you the copy of these reports. In any case, select the report delivery message below, email to the institution, or mail to me. Emailed copy is not available, so just make sure you select which one of these that you need. Typically, if you're applying to an institution, you want them to mail it directly to that institution. Make sure the applicant's office in the school is willing to accept this via email. If not, then you're gonna have to do a mail-in. And there you can add another delivery method if there's some special case and you need to have that delivered to another location. And remember, the price above is only for a single official report sent to a single agency. So any additional reports are going to incur another fee. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to have to enter all of your information. Basically, you're submitting the documents to support all this, but you have to submit, okay, where did you go to high school? So you attended high school here, and go enter all of that information. Okay, so did you go to the university? Enter your university information here, and tell them all about all the information of your studies there. And these are the two that this evaluation form allows you to evaluate just via the online submission form. So go ahead and submit all your documentation with that. So anything that supports what the information that you put in these sections, just enter that here, and you will be able to start the process of getting your evaluation submitted. All right, so this is something that's important for the CED evaluation. So if you submit your documentation, you're going to want to submit this application and all the supporting documents in the original language. Okay, so if it wasn't issued in English, you need to provide certified translations. For CED in particular, they do Portuguese and Spanish translation in-house for their evaluations. So you don't have to provide a certified English translation for those two languages. So you can see that here. It's Portuguese documents for additional fee, $50 if you choose the translation fee, and a certified translation is not necessary. So other languages outside of that are going to be ones that you're going to be sending to an organization like ours to get a certified translation for, so that you can process that application. Here, you just draw on your signature, and you can make a nice signature there, however you like. That's pretty cool. And then enter a date, and then it takes you to the link that you can go and pay. And that's it, guys. It's as simple as that. You upload your, I mean, maybe it didn't sound so simple. In my mind, it sounds simple because I've seen this 1,000 times. But to you, if it didn't sound simple, please drop a comment below and say, hey, I'd like some clarity on this. And so if you'd like some clarity on that, just drop me a message and we'll make sure that you get the clarity that you need to start processing and submitting your application. Here, you would just go to pay or pay another way. They've got a lot of payment options on here, and then just click submit, and you are off to the races. You will have your academic evaluation or degree evaluation submitted to you in no time and submitted to the school of your choice, so that you can push the application forwards and take your next step in moving your life forwards, your education forwards, and all the new opportunities that lie before you. I just want to point out at this point, if you're overwhelmed, email us. Don't get stressed out. Don't freeze. Reach out to us and we can help you. We work with multiple NACIS membered entities that provide degree evaluation services, and we can point you in the direction that will give you the best fit for the organization, the university, the school, or what have you, the technical college that you're applying to. And so if you need any translation or certified translation or notarized translations of any of the documents as you're going through the process, reach out to us at TaikaTranslations.com. You can go to www.TaikaTranslations.com, where you can order translation services straight through our site. You can fill out this contact form here, or you can go to our online store, which will guide you through the process. So like this video, please, and subscribe to the channel. Let us know if this was helpful to you, and if you have any questions at all, drop them in the comments below, and one of our incredible team members who work with thousands of students to get their stuff processed each and every day will jump in and make sure you have the answers you need to move things forward in your life.